Well, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Why did I say it like that? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you're having a lovely day out there. What are we doing today? We're listening to some more Peter Gabriel. We're finishing out the first side of Peter Gabriel 2, i.e. Scratch. That's going to be White Shadow here on the album, released 1978. I guess looking at the album cover, obviously you got the Scratch in there, but I was thinking about it like, I guess you can argue that there's a little bit of a White Shadow. No, not really. I don't know where I'm going with that. Ignore what I just said. Anyways, let's just go ahead and MIB flash the last few seconds here, and let's listen to the track. We'll talk about it after. Let's go. That synth, it's kind of romantic. I like this. I love the way it moves. I love his bass. It's an interesting sound on those synths there.
Out into the dust, grown windows turn to rust, and on inside they know they must, and now the greenback words in God we trust.
I like that a lot.
No one knew if the spirit died, all wrapped to go like Kentucky Fried, trying to read the flight of birds. No one flew, getting no one was. Outside
this reminds me of the lamp so much for some reason.
It's hard to tell black from white when you wake up in the middle of the night. Way down by the absence of sound, broken down by the cry of a hound, looking for movement within the haze. Light can be deceptive with her rays. Like a white shadow, and she calls out like a white shadow. She calls out like a white shadow.
I like that a lot. That's really cool if you listen to 11 who's doing it in the back. He hits the hits, but he kind of like slides up and down a lot through there. I love the sound of that little synth there. pitch up. Ah. Okay, let me get this out the way really quick. White Shadow on the album is my favorite so far. There's so many things I loved about this track. From the little synth that kind of romantically weaves its way throughout a lot of the song, especially in the beginning and the ending, but kind of throughout you hear a lot of it. And then Levin's bass playing in here is masterful. It's always masterful. But obviously he gets down with it and everything, but his bass line is so smooth and truly adds this kind of near sensual atmosphere into the music. There's a certain way that his bass playing, really for lack of a better word, slithers through this track that I find really, really nice. I love the hits. I love the mood of the music. It almost has this near R&B sound to it. And can I tell you, this track really does remind me of The Lamb. I can't say exactly why besides the obvious, but there's just a mood here in the way that Gabriel's singing that really makes me think of The Lamb for some reason in here. On this one, you're going to have Gabriel himself on the synth, and then you're going to have Baton on keyboards, and actually Larry Fast. So maybe that's why, because you do hear different amounts of synth that are being played besides that little snaky, weavy one. You have like the actual chords and stuff like that, so that makes sense why. And then I did mention it, Sid McGuinness, you have him on the steel guitar here. You heard just a little bit of that there in the chorus. This just has this really beautifully, I don't know, to me it feels kind of quasi-romantic in its atmosphere, and a little bit sensual to it. I don't know, kind of reminds me of the Lamia in certain ways. I guess that's why. 10 coaches roll into the dust, chrome windows turn to rust. Hang on inside, they know they must. Hanging on the green-backed words, in God we trust. Of course, that's referencing $1, I'd imagine. No one knew if the spirit died, all wrapped to go like Kentucky Fried. Trying to read the flight of birds, low on fuel, getting low on words. And she comes out like a white shadow, she comes out like a white shadow. Each one drawn to empty spaces, outsiders, borderline cases. It's hard to tell black from white when you wake up in the middle of the night. Weighed down by the absence of sound, broken now by the cry of a hound. Looking for movement within the haze, light can be deceptive with her rays. So I guess the question throughout this is, who is this white shadow? Because it seems, lyrically, that we're talking about these travelers who are nearing their wit's end, for lack of a better word, but out of nowhere comes this white shadow. But I can't tell if this is a force for good or a force for not good. And it just repeats, she comes out like a white shadow. So that is the question, who is this white shadow? There's a lot of references to what I would imagine is, America, the U.S., the greenbacked words, in God we trust, Kentucky Fried, So I'm not quite sure who the white shadow could be. All right, this is me going out a little bit. You know how 1800s, I guess, going out west, U.S. history, the whole Manifest Destiny thing. You know how in old pictures, Manifest Destiny is actually, what's the word, depicted as a woman. So maybe the white shadow is Manifest Destiny in a sense. And as they're getting tired on their journey, it's that idea that is kind of pushing them and urging them on to continue, for better or worse. I don't know. That's my lyrical analysis. Let me know what you guys thought of the track. You can let me know in the comments down below. You can follow me over on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye.